Today we're gonna do the Honest Booktuber tag. This is an older book tag that sort of like resurfaced recently as I'm recording, and who knows when it will go up for release schedule. It might be really random. But it asks about 11 questions that I thought would be fun to tackle, and I'm just gonna read the questions off. I haven't scripted or thought about anything before responding, so you're gonna get something really off the cuff today. Number 1. Have you ever lied about reading a book? Not on the channel, but yes, I have, just generally. Guys, I have my bachelor's in English. Of course I've had to lie about reading a book before. There's just no way to read everything that's on a course curriculum. Number 2, have you ever avoided a book because of a controversy around its content or the author? And the answer there is yeah, obviously I have. For example, I haven't ever read Ender's Game, and I won't be because that author is homophobic. I'm not going to be reading any more Fredea's Moon because we found out she's pretending to be a Latin author when she's not. There's probably a whole list of authors that I'm not reading from anymore for one reason or another. The truth of the matter is there are so many books in the world and so many things I want to get to that I just won't be getting to. Why add to that list with authors who are doing things that are messed up? Question number 3, have you ever been sent a book for free and not disclosed it? I've never been sent a book by like a publisher or an author or a marketing campaign. I have gotten books for free from Apple Books, Google Books, and Amazon, just depending on the sales and the deals going on at the time. I always try to disclose this when I'm giving a review or a rating of the book because I think cost does play into whether or not a book is worth picking up and trying. And if I got it for free, my rating might be way higher than someone who's paid like $7 or $8 for the book. But it's possible I haven't adequately labeled every time I've been able to get a book on sale for free. I don't feel like it's too big of an ethical issue because anyone could have got that book for free if they had been paying attention to the sales. I think it's only a big deal if someone sends you the book for a review and you don't disclose. Number 5, have you ever got caught up in booktuber drama? Like, have I been personally involved and called out in videos? No, I'm way too small a channel for all of that. If you're at my size, which as of recording is under 300, and you're actively getting called out in YouTuber mess, then you're doing something wrong and you need to step back and think about it for a hot minute. But like, if you mean have I ever got caught up and overly emotionally or mentally involved in drama online that really, in the grand scheme of things, didn't matter or had very little to do with me / nothing at all, then the answer is obviously yes. Everybody likes a little bit of mess now and then. They like the drama, they have an opinion, they have feelings or whatever. And I've been caught in that cycle before and been like a little too mentally involved in something that really wasn't that deep. Number 6, have you ever had a hate comment and did you respond? I really don't know the right answer to this. Have I ever had people be critical of my takes online? The answer there is yes. Has some random person once told me they hate my dog and think it's uggo? The answer there is also yes. And did I respond to these takes? Mostly the answer there is also yes. There is one video in my Interview with a Vampire TV show reviews that gets a lot of negative criticism and feedback because I was critical of the show. And at this point, while I approve the negative comments, whether they're unflattering to me or my takes, I don't usually engage with them anymore because they're more or less saying the same thing over and over again. And I feel like I've had that conversation as in-depth as I want to go with it. With others, it really depends on how negative they are. Like, if they just disagree with me, that's not a big deal. If they're like calling me stupid or saying I didn't understand things or randomly hating on my dog, it's a little bit different. I like to think I respond to those comments with some levity. Like the one specific one where they were talking about how they hated my dog, I just thought was funny. Honestly, I don't care if people like my dogs or not, and in real talk, they're most annoying to me and my attempts to film. If you disagree with me in a kind of aggressive way, I don't generally care. I don't even generally care if people think that I'm stupid, misinformed, or have underdone my research. If I think I address that later on, I'll tell them that. Or if I didn't consider something, I try to take that in stride. Even feedback that's not given in like the best way can be helpful. Bringing me into number 7. Have you ever made a video just because you knew it would get views? The answer here is obviously yes. Now, if I had no interest in the material outside of the view review count, then no, I can't really do that. Like, for example, I never have read Colleen Hoover, and I'm never going to, even though me doing some kind of rant review on her would definitely make a lot of views. I just can't imagine getting through one of her books. Likewise, I try not to go into books that I think I won't like. So when I do a rant review, it's genuine. Like, it is a book that I thought I would like for some kind of reason or enjoy some aspect of, and got into it and saw that it wasn't for me. And to me, that's part of what makes a rant review more genuine or like authentic, is that I came in with high hopes, or I came in at least thinking it would be fine, and have come out not enjoying it for whatever reason. Generally, I like to think I'm sitting here trying to trick people into talking with me about stuff I want to talk about. So like, I'll be trying to use something I know is popular and getting views to do something unique and different with it that like interests me. Doesn't always work out that way, but that is like the main ploy when I'm doing something specifically to get eyes on it. And I've got to be honest, if you have taken the time to set up and get a camera and get a recording and go through with editing, you're not doing that just for you, you're doing it so people will watch it. The level of which you're conscious of that is personal, but nobody scripts, sits in front of a camera and edits everything so that no one will watch it. And anyone who's doing all of that work is maximizing it for the biggest audience they can. Number 8, if you could go back to the beginning of the channel, would you do anything differently? I don't think so. This has been a huge learning experience for me. I came in with no experience filming, editing, minimal experience scripting. So things that have been missteps for me were all learning blocks, and I don't think I could do the channel differently now. Number 9, are there any channels you wish you could be more like? Yeah, obviously. I would love to do more in-depth and detailed reviews like Reads with Rachel's or Weirdo Book Club. Weirdo Book Club in specific does these great like passage readings from the books with wonderful character acting and voice acting, and I could never, ever do that. I'm not very good at like doing impressions or voices, and I'm very self-conscious about reading books on camera or doing direct passages. I've tried a little bit to be a little bit more like that, but I'm still trying to do it like my own way and figure out my own balance of where that is and what it would look like. I would love a little bit more of like the ease of camera and like happy, upbeat, emotional element that you get from someone like Izzy from Happy for Now. She just seems like she's out there vlogging, going with the flow, getting these great shots, and me like imagining being in public filming or even like having that level of upbeat energy, enthusiasm, I just don't see myself having. I think I do okay. I make fine eye contact. I do have moments where I have like up high energy, but I feel like mostly I give you like middle of the road conversation sort of talk. And I'm a little bit jealous of Jess Owens' ability to capture her dog. I have the 2 puppers, and I'm still experimenting with like good ways to film them and incorporate them into video. I feel like we always get a great view of Nigel, and even though I'd like a little bit more Nigel time, I'm always happy to see him. And I don't think I'm always happy when my dogs appear on camera. I don't think like they fit in frame well. It might just be an issue of size, but I've got to figure out a better way to either incorporate them or keep them out of shot. I also love the uniqueness of Jess on Booktube's videos. Always got like a fun theme, has really excellent editing. It's just very aspirational to me. It's always driving me to come up with my own form of unique content and to play around with my edits and my filming space in a new, different way. And I'm also a little bit jealous of like someone like Tangible Reads, who does excellent summarizing of books. I feel like I'm always so excited to dive into the meat of it and talk about little bits and pieces. I never really remember to do a summary, and even when I do, it's not that good, and a lot of times I feel awkward about it and end up cutting it out. Number 10, what's something you love about your channel? I love being able to like go back and see me at a snapshot at different various points in time. I've enjoyed all the different formats I've played with. I love all of the different like filming techniques and audio things I've run through. I enjoy different forms of editing that I've played with, and I think it's just been like a creative little outlet for me, as well as like a fun way for me to discuss and engage with other people about things I'm doing in my life. And then number 11 is to tag some people. If you're watching this video right now and you haven't done the Honest Booktube tag, or if you've done it but it's been a while and you want to readdress it, this is your chance. If you guys got this far in the video, give me a shocked emoji in those comments down below. And as always, keep reading.